Hey everybody, welcome to Supermarket Simulator. My name is Daniel, and I've been a little bit obsessed with this. Um, so here we are. I'm starting a new game. There's a couple of things I want to do beforehand, but yeah, it surprisingly got me hooked. Um, and yeah, I thought I might as well just see what you guys think. First thing I want to do, because I found out literally yesterday, is a whole store over here where you can buy stuff. So that you don't have to spend all your money. And if I'd have known this before, I would have been able to do so many things beforehand. Because I was buying all the items for my shop through the computer. Turns out that's expensive. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of a process to do this, but it's kind of what you have to do to start off with. If you buy everything for the shop from the computer straight away, you end up with no money. You only get a couple of the actual items you can sell. I won't be doing this every time because this will take a while. There's 6 products that you can start off with. And as you can tell, this is going to be really slow. Now, I'm not going to properly organise everything because I know full well that this is going to change in as soon as I get the second or third or fourth license. I'll talk a bit more about that in a second. Yeah, so I've been obsessing over this for a little bit. It's the only game I really want to play at the moment, or at least today, anyway. Where's the next one? There's the next one. I have one of those. Annoyingly, you can't carry more than one box at a time, which would be very helpful. There is a vehicle that you can get later on down the line, but from memory from looking last night, that's 12 grand. Over 12 grand. The only way I could speed this up is if maybe if I bought the skateboard. But again, I think that's probably $100. 1, 2, 3. I don't know where the others are. That's 4. Just trying to think what the other 2 are. Flower. There's a blue flower somewhere. Oh, and that. And there. So that would leave us with, well, that's going to leave us with $3 left. I think buying it all separately from the computer, I'm pretty sure it's about $100. So I can sit in there, go and grab the other 2 boxes, and then we can actually be in the store. I'm pretty sure these boxes don't despawn. So if you do decide you're going to buy like 25 boxes from there and just leave it on the outside, you can carry them over at your own leisure. Which, behind the scenes, is probably what I might do for these first few days, but I'll, yeah, behind the scenes, when I do eventually turn the camera off, I'll probably work through some more days, try and build up some funds, ready to buy some new licenses, and then the next video that I then do, I can then come back with a whole load of funds available and or ready to buy some new licenses. Because there's a couple. Some of them are quite expensive. We should get into that in a second. Put this on the shelf. Now, we won't start the day just yet. Because I need to change all these prices. As you can see, they are currently valued at nothing. You're going to $3 because that's going to be easier for me to sort out. You're going to $4 because that'll be easy to sort out. You're going to $6. You might not buy that at $4, but sure, let's give it a go. Why are you right in the middle? Mine, you can be $4.50. And you're going to $5. As you can see, it's very well furnished. And obviously I'm the only person that's going to be on the checkout, so I'll have to do that in a second. This is the computer. These are the only things that you can buy for a second. Yes, I was right. It would be $93 plus a delivery fee for us to buy one of each for the starting day, and obviously you only have 50. So the issue with this is that if you don't have all of those items on the shelf, you can get, not in trouble, but you can basically get the customers aren't very happy with you for not having those products on the shelf. So it's a very, very fine line between making sure that you've got enough of each product and the right number of products available. So I'm glad I did that. These are the product licenses that I was talking about. If you don't have the license, you can't buy the goods for those licenses. And that one down there was $65,000 to buy the last license. Obviously, we're a long way off that. There's also size, the actual shop, which again, that is 160,000 at the top end. Yes. So again, that's going to be expensive. And then there's also a storage one as well to increase the storage space, which for the initial storage upgrade gives you access to this room. The second one gives you access to get to this space behind these two windows. And then the third one gives you access to that door, so we won't be opening that door up for a little while. I think that's basically it that you need to know from this point onwards. These bills, every day after the first one, you'll get a small bill for property that you own and electricity and things like that. If you don't pay it on the day, they will automatically go out eventually. The only other thing you can do for money is to take a loan. And there is an achievement for that if you are playing on devices that give you achievements. And it's one of those things, it's not necessary to maybe take it out early. You might want to just get a little bit of extra funds early on, but you'll have to pay back an amount of money each day. I'm not sure whether they've changed it since I last did that. But you do actually have to go in there and pay back the bill yourself. They won't automatically pay that. This is where the slow, painful part of the day starts, because you have to wait for your first customers to come in. They normally always start off with cash. Where are we? And the second one normally is card. And that's just the tutorial basically saying this is how you do a cash sale. This is how you do a card sale. And we wait. And we'll keep waiting until 9 o'clock in the evening. And obviously any customers that turn up between then, we'll obviously serve them. But once we get to 9 o'clock, the day will then officially end. And then when you start the new day, you can basically have unlimited time to restock your shelves, reorganize the shelves, move them around accordingly. And provided you have the funds, you can then obviously order the extra goods and so on. At the rate it's going today, though, we won't be buying any more goods. But yeah, as you increase the size of your store, it encourages more people to come in. And eventually, I'll have a person sitting on the checkout so that I can do the running around part. And making the products valued at a whole number just means you don't have to mess around with either decimal points on the card machine or change so much. You can just grab a note rather than actual coins. Wish there was a fast forward button just to speed time up. So this first day is always just a little bit tedious. At some point, I'm not sure whether it's the second day. I think it is the second day. They give you cleaning jobs to do as well. So you end up with cleaning jobs and the checkout and filling up the shelves and making sure that you're stocking everything, and it just starts to ramp up a little bit. I did have a level 51 store, but it got bugged. But in that level 51 store, I had four. It was 4 people filling the shelves up, plus myself, and we would still end up looking as bare as that shelf is over there at the end of the day. It's when they give you $100 bills, and it's nowhere near $100. That's when it becomes really annoying. Like, why would you do that? Surely you've got something smaller than a $20 bill. If you're wondering, you don't actually ever run out of money in the checkout. Like, you can just literally give them thousands of pennies if you really want to be that person. I know a certain individual that may or may not watch this in the future that has definitely done this with me. Like, if I had extra supply, I could be sitting here filling up the shelf whilst I was waiting for her to get in. Oh, cool, exact. Money, excellent. You can definitely come again. Something that I wish they would do is make sure that light stays on all the time. You have to turn it on every single day. And you don't actually have to turn it on for the customer, it's for your own personal ability to see. It does get quite dark in here. We probably aren't going to do the whole 25 checkouts that they want us to do. The other thing to note as well is that you can't order anything after 9 o'clock. So again, if I had the money, I could go over to the computer now and order those goods up until 9 o'clock. I may as well just wait till the morning now, because most of the money that we've got in our bank account is going to be spent. Nice, just have just a little bit more before the end of day. Cool, that is enough money to buy everything. Before you end the day, it's always worth just having a look outside. Especially in these early days, because you'll see the people walking down the sidewalk to towards the shop, and they'll be walking at an angle. It looks like that's it. That's the prompt saying, you're going to get bills from now. Market. Do we buy extra of something? We'll leave a little bit of money in place just in case. That's the other way to buy your goods, is they drop it off in the loading bay. It's more expensive, but say in this early part of the game, I don't want to be going back and forth every 25 seconds to go and buy new stock. And I'm very aware this is going to upset some people with their OCD and making things nice and tidy and pretty, but trust me when I say it hurts my head as well. Because I can't afford the storeroom as of yet, so all my stock is going to sit down here. I could put it on the other shelf, but why do that? You live on there. Probably going to want some more of you in the future. Is it one or two of these we sold? Two. Won't need you next time then, probably. As of tomorrow, in game, I'm pretty sure the prices will start to change. So it's a good sort of habit to get into. Just come over to the computer, check the prices. They haven't changed too dramatically. But they haven't as of yet. can open the store. And sit here. It really is so slow, isn't it? Get a bit of downtime in a minute. I'll fill those few bits up. Need you. Is it bread that went? Let's come with bread. And the pasta. You can sit there for a second. You really need 3 bags of pasta. You don't really have a lot of choice in the matter, but yeah, there's the mess. Sure. Let me just deal with this lady first. So it wants us to pick up all the random goods they've thrown on the floor. I found out far too late that you can pick up more than 1 piece at a time. The other thing I want you to do is use the mop to mop the patch of the dirt on the floor. And then the last thing it wants is you to clean the window. That'll be happening from this point onwards, basically. Is periodically through the day, someone will drop something on the floor that will make a mess. I don't know whether the item that is dropped on the floor comes out of stock. It would make sense that it does, because that would occasionally happen in a real-life store. ET can go on the shelf. Another one. Why are you coming to a little shop like this with a $50 bill? Silly. Very silly. So there's some in the future where they just literally drop $100 on one item. Oh, miss one. I'm pretty sure the level of cleanliness just affects their attitude towards you. If the store's too dirty, they'll be like, "Oh, it's too dirty." So it is definitely worth trying to keep on top of the cleaning. You can hire a janitor to tidy up for you. Again, moving forward. That was the time to give it all in $1 bills. We would be there for a while. Oh. Yeah, if you do mess up, you can obviously change the number you put in. And if you mess up with the coins, again, you can take the change back, provided that you with the coin side of things, if you hit OK and you're paying or giving them back more, it will let you send them off. But I'm pretty sure if you put more money in on the card, it won't. See, these two here, these two are coming to the store. It's because they've got sort of purpose walking this way. And probably that dude there. Probably not that one, though. Which would have been 18. What's that? 18 plus 26. It would be $37 I would have missed. If I did the maths correct. And it just about survived. Gonna need more stuff. There's the price increase things that I was talking about. Right, you get to go in the bin. Fill up with what I've got in stock already. And then probably buy one of everything again. Because they're not full. So if you were to go over to the wholesale store, you'll get these ever so slightly cheaper, but it's, you know, at this early stage of the game, it is literally walking back and forth. If you're playing with, you know, a second or third person potentially, you could easily afford a little bit more. these are going to cost a little bit more money this time round. I'm so glad I noticed that in some other guy's video. So originally that cost us $93. It's obviously now costing $104 because we had 3 price increases per unit. I will try and pay attention to that moving forward so I can get some of these other bits slightly cheaper, because it will go down eventually as well. Let's change our pricing whilst we're here. Wow, that's now $7 for a box of cereal. If that dramatically increased, well, I didn't have that price set. Same for that one. I'm sure I did all of these. Okay. Right, all that should be outside. Top that up. Make a pile over here again. Yeah, so as soon as I got access to the storage room, which will be a while off at this point, I can then start putting some of this extra stuff away. And I can actually start making a storage room, which I thoroughly enjoy doing storage rooms in games where I can have access to a storage room. I'm sure you guys may or may not know that I have done some bits with a little game called Ark many times, and another little game called Minecraft. Grab the other box. Should be everybody filled up, and I'm not going to hang around. We are going to hit open. So, having started at 50, we are nearly, was that twice? Nearly 3 times? 2.5 times what we started with in profit. So, we're making money. Yeah, next week you'll see store level. We're currently store level 3. Hopefully that will be different in the next video. I probably should have filled up and then, whilst they were waiting to come in. Fill the bread back up, because apparently everybody just wanted bread this morning. So once we get a couple more licenses under our belt, there'll be some bigger money moving around. I always take the opportunity just to do something in between. You can technically leave it to the end of the day to do all of your checkouts if you really wanted to. But they will just happily just sit there until you serve them. It's almost concerning that it's more important that you have the stuff on the shelf for them to pick up than how long it takes you to actually put them through the checkout. So you could technically just sit here and constantly fill the shelf up, wait till the end of the day, and then serve all your customers. Jockey pick. It's quite a lot for a little store at the moment. Two of those. Nice. So making it half or whole numbers just makes that just a little bit easier. 24. Nice. That's the highest we've had so far. Fill you back up. Grab a blue flower. Again. Let's get the last of those on the shelf. She obviously hasn't got much. To do the pasta next. Oh, 33, you are my new highest customer. Flour again. What I could really do is someone just here to take one more bread off my hands. It's almost like they know. Did just take the last bread. I need it off my hands. Looks like 2 more on their way. There's opportunity to wipe the window down. When I get to a point I've got someone on the checkout, I'll be filling up the shelves myself at this sort of time. 19. What's on extra? You must be my last person, though. Just make sure there's no one else on their way. 25 people served. Cool. Pasta and cereal up, and then the other... Sorry, down, sorry, and then the other 2 up. So this is where I need to pay close attention to the actual market price in the computer. Maybe buy a couple of extra boxes or something that's cheaper. In the future, it won't be too much of a problem because I'll be so much in the funds that I'll have plenty of money. Nope. Market. So you are now back down to 38. Let's just... So it's still 104, but it's changed the price of the pasta down, but it's increased the price of the sugar and the bread, which has balanced out the price of the cereal. What does it actually look like? We probably don't need 3 of you. Have I got a whole box of that over there yet? Basically, and I probably don't need that much flour either. Try and save a little bit of money. I do not actually that much money anyway. It's cool. You do get a little bit of experience for each time you buy something, which is quite helpful. Probably don't have enough to buy the license yet. I'm sure the next, or the second license is $200. But we need the backup money to buy the rest of the goods. Otherwise we'll have a license where we don't have all the goods. And they'll just get upset. You can sit in there this time. Can I get 1 or 2 of you? Just the one. Need to do the prices before I forget. In fact, let's do that now. So you need to go... See, at what point were you 3... I'm sure you were 7 a minute ago. So you're going to 650. And there's definitely no way that you were that. Something tells me there might be a little bug. On all the ones that the prices have changed. I actually needed to fill the jockey back up. And so at this point, you kind of get the idea of what the sort of early part of the game is. It's say it's slow, but if you can get through this part of it, it does get more a lot more interesting. It's say it's the only game I want to play at the moment. You can fill the shelf. Do love it when they give us exact change. Top up the pasta quickly before that runs out. Exact change. Nice. Another 34 with exact change. Nice. It's a Shannon in the chat. These people making me do maths now. How am I? I am okay. I'm So I did some research, as I told you, on WhatsApp yesterday, and came up with the conclusion that maybe I need to do some less popular games rather than going for the more popular games. Seeing as I only want to play this, and my brain is obsessing about playing this, I figured I may as well play this. I need to put some more sugar on the shelf. And you're about to take all my bread as well. You can wait a second. No, no. I wanted the bread. Now you can have the sugar. Then I will turn the lights on because it's dark. Yeah, I played a little bit of Power Wash Simulator to catch up with where you were, but I didn't realise you were still playing it, so... Oh, Shannon, why would you be... Were you supposed to be up at 1:30 this morning playing it? Or were you supposed to be getting ready to go to sleep? Or were you supposed to be getting ready to go to work? Shannon. Yeah, that sounds like a game I'm not allowed to play at night. What was the other one I played the other night? It might have been this. I did exactly the same thing where I thought it was only just gone 9 o'clock and it was pushing for 10, 11. Can you just let me finish refilling the shelf? Uh, 350. Why are you still coming in? You shouldn't be coming in. Oh. I hate having to faff around with change. Anybody else coming in? Definitely not, because I'm closing. Absolute mess in my store. How they got a mess underneath the box, I don't know. Tidy all my boxes away. Even a few bevies. Unbelievable. Could be worse. It could have been 2 o'clock this morning. At least you got, some sleep. Oh, where was I? Right, you need to go in the bin. Is my store tidy now? Yeah, but you would have regretted being up so late and, well, so early, and then you'd have wasted all of your day today, and then you wouldn't be here talking to me now. So, oh, heroes. One more of you on the shelf. Cut the bread. Just use the flour to top up. 2 more of them. And finish off with the 1 bag of pasta that's in there, and then open up the other one for the last little bit. I bet your sister was very happy when you told her that you weren't ready, up, or even about, if you're supposed to meet her at 9 and still in bed at 15:15. Market. Why is so expensive there? That's what's expensive there. Automatically put 2 on there for some reason. Do I want to buy any of this yet? Probably not. So that's $100. Not worrying about you. You're 200, so that's 300 gone. We can probably do that. But we need a fridge. So let's buy the fridge now. At least you didn't get in trouble with your sister. You can sit there for a minute. That's all filled up, so there's no point in me worrying about that. Just check the prices and then start the day. Because that has changed the price again. Cool. Every time we get a new price change, it's changing the price back to cost. Cool. That might be a bit too much profit in a minute, but we shall find out shortly. Cool. I'm going to bring the rest of these bits in whilst we're waiting for the first customers to turn up. You can see how quickly it starts to build up a bit of a supply. Even just simply buying 1 box of everything every day. I probably won't do much more of this. Might just finish off this day. And see where we are, because it's, as I say, it will be a little bit repetitive to start off with. I'll do a bit behind the scenes to get enough money to get a few licenses ready to speed things up and make the space a bit bigger. Obviously, if it's going to change the price every single time that we get a price increase or decrease, that is going to be annoying. Sit still. A little bit of oil. Speaking of oil, there's a big old patch on the floor. Thank you for exact change. $23, thank you very much. Right on the top. More oil. They're constantly filling up the shelves. Any more? Yep. Come on. Exact change. Thank you very much, sir. Get a Chucky pick in a minute. Start with the pasta though, because that already is empty. Pasta. And a blue flour. Did you really need 3 bags of flour? Pasta? Let's get the whole box on the shelf now. Again, I've forgotten to put the light on. Oh, hello. No, I don't want to sell my stuff. One, 2, 3, and 50. Get a shocky pick. Oil. So, slowly increasing the amount of customers that we keep getting. So, it's just rinse and repeat over and over and over again. 9. occasionally get a fairly decent person come through and buy half your shelves. We must be nearly there for people for today. Oh, that's 3. So I might content the last couple. I've got no more pasta, so I can't put any more on the shelf. You waited till closing to drop that on the ship. Wouldn't have found that at a normal supermarket, because most of the time they run out. I was about to see if there's anybody else coming, but turns out there is. That's really sad. I've just got enough money to buy the storage as of right now. But I won't be able to buy anything else if I do. 47. 47.50. Yeah, $50 isn't enough to restock the rest of these shelves. It's 24 again. Cool. Maybe that is my limit. Is 24. So many empty boxes to get rid of. Okay, oil. Got a little bit of that on the floor still. Use that. Use you up. I need to buy one of everything again, aren't I? Now I've got enough to put the fridge stuff in there as well. Well, I might just leave that there. So it's an hour and 10 minutes of me starting off the store. So they'll make a nice short episode, and I can continue behind the scenes to get the next few bits. I probably won't buy any more product licenses, but I might just buy some more shelves and things like that, and then we'll go from there next time. So yeah, I shall call it now. And I shall see you in the next episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little bit. And if you do, please drop some subscribes, likes, and follows accordingly, depending on which platform you're watching on. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Take it easy, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.